We are gateways and we are the house of God. I'm gonna start by reading a verse in Genesis 28:17. This is nothing less than God's house and the gateway to heaven. This is Jacob in his encounter, and he says that place was God's house and the gateway to heaven. And so are we. We are God's house and gateway to heaven. The house of God is a gateway to heaven. I'm gonna read 1 Corinthians 3:16. Also tells us okay. You know that you are God's sanctuary, God's temple, and that God's Spirit lives in you, don't you? And 1 Corinthians 6:19 also says that we are the temple of God. We are God's temple. Our body is God's temple. And we are His temple, His house, and we just read in Genesis 28 that His house is a gateway. A gateway is a portal that unites, communicates, or connects two realities, two people, or two worlds, not physically present at that time, in that moment, in that space. For example, the internet is a portal. If we enter a coffee shop and we see someone chatting online with his computer open, we all know what he's doing, but because we all do it also. In the natural, we see the pictures, the table, the chairs, the computer, and we understand what he's doing because it's familiar to us. But if we were a person from 200 years ago and saw that, we would probably think that he was talking by himself because he looks engaged into talking or conversation with someone that is not physically present, and is the portal of internet that he's using with the tool of his computer to communicate with someone that is not present there, and he's connected to another world that is not in his immediate environment or his present physical around him reality world. And our spirits are supposed to do this, to connect with God's supernatural world, to bring his world here down and unite heaven and earth as one, and to go there and bring it here, and to walk as one that we are, to bring this reality. So when our spirits are alive and activated, we become this gateway to heaven that God wants us to be, and to bring him, his throne, his reality, his glory world, his presence on earth. Jesus is the door. He is the portal. He is the way, the truth, and the life.